What it do, what it is, y'all? Sugar Black Pop, aka Soda Baby, aka Azuka. And you're now tuned in to Soda Talks TV. Today's Soda Talks, we're going to be talking about finding someone who complements your energy, because I've been doing some observations in certain relationships that I favor and certain relationships that I question, and it made me realize that I am a certain type of woman. And what I've noticed is that there's a difference between 50 Cent and Cuban Link versus Remy Ma and Papoose. And the difference between those two relationships is that Remy Ma embraces her masculine side and Papoose appreciates it. Why? Because he sees himself in her. He sees himself in her and he complements it with that feminine energy that he has to nurture her dreams. And, you know, he inspires her because she's a take charge woman and she's going to go get it and she's going to show it and she's going to prove it, you know. And when a man sees that you want something in life, it makes him wants to help you and take that stress away from you. And it's because he sees a part of himself in you. And it's not necessarily about being gay. It's the fact that you are his outlet, that he expresses his feminine side out of. You know how, you know, a feminine woman is a helper and a man wants to help too. It's so weird how it's one and the same, you know. And like when you see T.I. and Tiny, when you see them, it's like, oh, T.I. got a good one. He caught one. But when you see Teyana Taylor, it's like, yes, you got a good man. That's your man. Baby, go back, go back, go back. Yo man, that's my girl. That's my dog. She got a good man. That's a good man. And you just happy. And it's just like the world is happy. It's like, and honestly, I feel like it's like that because when a woman is whole like that and a man is whole like that, and he, you know, complements that energy, the woman like amplifies the beauty and the emotion of the relationship, because it's just what women are. Like, I don't know how to explain it, because when you see T.I. and Tiny, it's like, oh, he got a good one. Girl, you better stay under control. But when it's Teyana and Iman, it's like, wow, what will we do? Because imagine if T.I. and Tiny broke up. It would be like, girl, Tiny, you could do better. You deserve da-da-da. Even though he bought her all this and that, he made her a name. But if it's Teyana Taylor Shumpert, Teyana Taylor Shumpert and Iman Shumpert, if they broke up, it's going to be the end of the world. It's like, what the, Lord, please, we're going to be praying that they please get the black family back together, because we don't have any hope. We don't know what we're going to do, and we don't know how. Always remember this. It's a man's world, and that's never going to change. But we run it like the weather. So you better grab a coat when it's raining outside and when it's cold. And when it gets too hot, you know how to dress. Because it's like when a woman comes in and she's not happy, it's like, oh my God. Like a woman like just crying, it's like, oh my God, what happened? But when a man's crying, it's like, bruh, you crying? Like, and it is a little bit off, something off about it. But however, we will never be equal physically, ever. Men will always have more power than us physically. But mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, we're equal, you know. And I feel like men are starting to see that, even in the financial area. And that's why there's so much uproar about why women won't do this and why women won't do that. Relationships aren't the same no more. If I had a girl, they'd be the main one posting about if they could do this and do that and why this and why that, you know, because their inner feminine is waking up and our inner masculine is waking up. And honestly, I'm happy it's happening. I'm happy the separation is happening, because now we get to see what we're missing from each other, and we get to appreciate it. And it's up to you if if you want to compromise, you know what I mean? Because at this point, we're just getting advice on how to stay in dysfunctional relationships, in unbalanced relationships, or just how to stay single, and just keep the cycle of meet and repeat, meet, repeat, you know what I mean? And just keep someone dangling in suspense. I know a lot of people listen to Shira 7, and it's like, she's coming from a different age, a different time that we do not live in anymore. Kevin Samuels, the same thing. And he's really coming from a perspective of a who wasn't back in the day. You was never that. And now you got you're an introvert that finally got a little bit of fame because you think you know something, and you so logical and you so right. Now you get your little shine, but you don't know how to handle it, and you're taking it a little too far. And it's like, it's extreme left or extreme right. It doesn't make any sense. And this is why it always fails, because we're trying to act like a part of us ourselves do not exist. Sheer tries to make it seem like, emotions should not exist for a man. And he tries to make it, and Kevin Samuels try to make it seem like it shouldn't exist for a woman. And it's so funny that they're both Pisces. It's so weird, because I'm a Pisces moon and ascendant. I don't know what that says about me, though. And Teyana is a Sagittarius, and I'm a Sagittarius. So, but real like, when it comes to relationships, sometimes it's about asking yourself, would you rather be right, or would you rather be loved? And like I said, I'm laying on the cross with a bad that thought that you really wanted to be about this type of lifestyle, and no, you don't, because after the money and the attention and dealing with men in their 60s and up, it's just like you're empty. And as the world is waking up, it's like you can't fake it with people anymore. You just can't, man. It's hard. I mean, it honestly depends on who you are. It depends on if you've been keeping up with the evolution of the world in a certain way, if you know what I mean. And at this point, it's either it's either a transactional relationship, or you're going to go 50-50. Or at least 60-40. Because guess what? It's always about the kids. Because they're going to stay with me. After you can go ahead and find someone else and make another relationship and make another family. No, it's always a balance to it. It's a balance. And regardless of what, someone is always going to love the other more than one loves the other, if you know what I mean. And I could be wrong, but you see it and you feel it. And it's like, I don't know. But honestly, yeah, it's time to choose. I'll take the 50-50. I'll take the 60-40 if I have children, because guess what? I'm not having nobody's child. I'm not bringing it. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it if I'm not married. But yeah, it's 5:55 a.m. right now. I'm in rare form. But back to what I was saying. Don't ever let the world make you think that there's something wrong with you for preserving yourself like that for the right person. And to be honest, there is no such thing as the right person if you really think about it, because let a man love you the way he can. Because what I've learned from life so far about love is like, you just gotta let it flow. Enjoy it while it's here and let it go. And the only way a man is going to want to be with you is when he respects you. And the only time he respects you is when you know how to say no and put your foot down too. And yeah, like I said, for me, I rather not have children from anyone I'm not married to. I couldn't handle that emotional weight, and I'm too immature for that. You know what I mean? No, I'd rather not. I'd rather adopt children that need a beautiful home, that deserve a beautiful home. And yeah, So next thing I want to do, I want to bring up certain couples. Like, for instance, you know how there's always truth in a joke? Like, people always show you how they feel about you. Like, Cuban Link and 50 Cent.
Then it didn't matter, really. You know, the money really didn't matter, so it didn't have to concentrate or do nothing too crazy. So I say, you know, I'm gonna just go to Marshall's. I'm gonna just go to Marshall's. Because the money don't matter. Why the fuck would I be spending all that money? That money don't matter. Especially that Asian thing. Why the fuck? We don't need that. Now do we? We don't need that. We don't need that. So this one right here is for me. I want to make sure. See, I got to teach niggas how to be romantic. You know, I do what I do big. I do it big. You can get whatever you want, baby. Don't worry about it. Whatever you want. Whatever you want here at Mickey D's.
Versus Teyana Taylor and Iman.
But Teyana and Jay Taylor.
That's right.
But Teyana and Jay Taylor.
That's right. You know, it's two different types of relationships, you know. And then, you know, there's Remy and Papoose. Even Queen and Clarence, I like their relationship because it works for them. She's happy, he's happy. And, you know, they're definitely using each other the right way that they should be used. I think they're a great fit to get married because it seems like they know what they're doing. You marry for wealth. You marry to build wealth beyond your name. And another person that really knows what to do with herself in a relationship, a person who knows how to, like, she is a masculine woman. Jocelyn Hernandez is a very masculine woman, but I like her a lot. And even with Jocelyn Hernandez, like, she knows she made CVJ make her the star. He believed in her because she had the drive. She showed that she wanted it, and I'm sure, and she worked for it. She definitely did. And another thing I like about Jocelyn Hernandez is she's very comfortable with her sexuality. And, you know, it's inspired me in a way, you know. And I'm not saying that threesomes would ever save a relationship, but I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. Like,
I got to call you.
No, ain't nothing wrong with it.
You chastising and judging before you figure it out. You had
It's
5
been
days.
5 days, Waka. That ain't a judgment. That's an observation.
Man, y'all tripping. I don't like that.
I'm a grown man. I don't count how many blunts other men smoke.
I ain't with that.
don't ever think that just because you offer your man a threesome and he says, oh my God, this is my first time. No, it's not. Dudes are crazy. Men are nasty. And they do things at young ages. They run trains. They already banging a 35-year-old at 18 years old. It gets crazy, you know. But I just feel like a makes a better housewife because you kind of get a man's mind because you around a certain environment where you can see like who he really is, and regardless you get to see the fake side because it's like it always shows. It's like, oh, this man had a girl. Oh, bet. Keep your eyes closed, keep your mouth closed. Da, da, da. Yeah, and make the world go around, and unfortunately, it's never gonna change. That's never gonna change. They're not going anywhere, you know. And that's why I really feel like just enjoy love while you can enjoy it, while it's there, because you don't really get to meet a lot of people that you like very often, you know. I just like that she's a little risky like that. Like, I just like it because it shows it's like it's fun. Another person that I like their relationship is Jackie O and DC Young Fly. You know, I honestly thought she was gonna use DC Young Fly, but she took that bag and flipped it, baby. She almost on 1 million on YouTube. So shout out to Jackie O. Like, you see, it's not always, this is what we do as women. We flip it. But yeah, T.I. and Tiny, not my cup of tea. And even Janae Aiko and Big Sean, they look cute. They look cute together, but Janae Aiko, she's too nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why don't you marry me?
Shit. It's in the works. Don't even trip.
Whatever. I don't need no man. All right. Do you like the facials that I...
She's way too nice and passive aggressive. So it's like eventually it's gonna pop off because you're too feminine. But if it compliments them, it compliments them. Another relationship I really like is G Herbo and Teyana, because even though G Herbo's the star, they complement each other very well. He loves to be a ladies' man to his woman, and I like it for them, you know. And one thing I'll say about, you know, dealing with people that in your work field, because I feel like the best person you should deal with is someone who is into what you're into. I would love to date a creative because we speak the same language in art, and we both see things a certain way. But you know, one of us is definitely gonna have to be more logical. But one thing I'll say about that Summer Walker, that's a smart bitch. Because what London on the Track, I'm sure he's entitled to some type of residuals off of her music and stuff like that. And you know what? Since you want to own me and you want to think you can break up with me and own some of my residuals, guess what? This gonna own the rest of your life. And I feel like that I would have done the same thing. That's the only time you should have a baby for someone, is when y'all got money together. Yeah, lock that down. Give a damn. Yeah, who else is on the list? Yeah, I just think that if you're very comfortable with your tomboy side and you're driven and you're into your career and you're into your life's purpose, it's best to date someone who's into what you're into, but at the same time be with someone that that complements your energy, that doesn't mind you taking the lead in certain things in your life and doesn't mind helping you. And if you can help them in any way you can, that you can help. And another thing I will say is stay in your league as far as the physical attributes, because it's not even about, oh, you're a 2 at best, you're a 5 at best. No, it's because sometimes when you shoot too high, sometimes you get lucky, and then when you break up with that person, you can never bag nobody like that again. Know your league, know your lane, you know. And yeah. So the next topic on this list is dress how you want to be addressed and leave the bonnets at home. So there was this viral clip going around, this lady saying, dress how you want to be dressed.
Dress how you want to be addressed.
Okay, yes. Cool.
Dress how you want to be addressed.
Okay, yes. Cool. Perfect.
And I agree with her. As much as we want to not be judged by our cover, we don't want to judge a book by its cover, we still do it. As much as I want to respect the homeless man, as much as I respect the businessman, you know, when I say I don't have $1 and he acts a certain way, I'm like, you see, this is why you got to get a job. You know, when reality needs to set in. And to the women that call in Kevin Samuels' show, you deserve everything you get, because answer the question straight. And because y'all be trying to dance around, it's like, answer the question. Damn, you're making us look stupid. Like, damn. Because he has a lot of logic in what he says, but it goes to show you when you're too logical. You know, there's something about him that's missing, you know. And it's just like, nah, man, it's too left-brained. You're way too left-brained. And what did I want to say? where was I? Oh my God, guys, I'm so sleepy. Yeah, it's 6:06. But seriously, like, leave the Bonnets in the house, because you might be cute, whatever, and then you see a dude that sees you, he thinks you're so pretty, but you got on a bonnet, and he's like, nah, I can't even go smack at that junk. And then one day he sees you and your hair is done, you're looking nice, and he gonna be like, ain't that girl that was in the bonnet? She's embarrassing. Why would she walk out the house like that? You know, people are like that. People are judgmental, and you just need to get used to it. It doesn't matter. No one cares how you feel, okay? That's just the world. I'm trying my best to say this as nice as possible, because I want y'all to digest what I'm trying to say, you know? And dress how you want to be addressed, honestly. If you're going to dress if you're going to dress a certain way, expect a certain type of attention. That's what you need to expect. And that's it. Stop trying to make it seem like people gotta, maybe she's a, no. Because let you walk into the church of the house of the Lord looking a certain way, you're going to be looked at a certain way. Let you be Lizzo clapping that at the damn Nets game, you are going to be ridiculed. It's called have respect, and it's called read the room, and it's called know your surroundings. I'm sorry, ladies, we're not going to win this one. No. Everyone is visual, especially men. So, of course, they're going to say, they're going to come at you a certain way. Even on this internet stuff. Like, I know I post certain things. I know I clap that, and that's not going to change, because that's just who I am. And you see it here, too. So, yeah, you know, I just know that there's certain levels of it. And I know that people are going to see me a certain way, and I get it. But if they're smart, they're going to do their research. But, which I don't expect many people to do anyway. So, you're lost. Seriously, no. Because, honestly, bonnets, ever since they made the Louis and the Gucci version, people did not care about nothing. And you can't blame Corona anymore. This almost done. You know? And it's just like, leave the bonnets at home. Dress how you want to be dressed. Ain't nobody about to come. And don't let Fredo Bang gas you up. Fredo Gang, whatever. Don't let Fredo Bang gas you up. That's a manipulative person. That's somebody who's manipulative you to, any guy that tells you you're pretty with the make a little, there's something, I don't care. That's the subconscious insecurity coming out. No. And if they can't handle it, then so dudes, yeah, dress how you want to be addressed. As much as dress how you want to be addressed, because there's certain things you can't wear around children. There's certain things you can't wear around in a family setting. You know, it's like you start feeling uncomfortable. Everybody's looking at you. The kids are reading your shirt. Oh, what does that say? No bra club. Mommy, what's a bra? Why doesn't she want one? Yeah, cover that up. You embarrassed, huh? No, I don't care. That's just the world that we live in. Let it go. Because honestly, women, we're losing. We are in the physical department, and it's time to realize that, because it's the talk of the town. Even Roland Ray got to get y'all together, you know? And it's like, wow, we shouldn't have to wait for nobody to tell us this. Seriously. Because y'all don't want to have the conversation about the gym, do you? You don't. Because you're going to find any excuse to not go. Whatever. And you don't want to talk about your diet. You don't want to talk about that. Because we're going to get into that slowly and eventually. And if your feelings is hurt, your feelings is hurt. Oh, well, let it go. Because sometimes you can't say things so nicely, because you're not going to get it. Like, no. People are, I really don't want to use the word, but people are hypergamous. I hate that word, because people have used it and ran it through, and they have abused it. But, you know, people want someone to make them look good. A man, no one wants you for you. Only your mama wants you for you. Only you have to come in your best form for a man to want to know what it takes for you to be you behind closed doors. And that's when he respects you without your makeup and the wigs and the lashes and that. That's just what it is. And you got to keep it up. And that's just what it is, y'all. that's just how it is, and you just gotta accept certain things that are never gonna change about the world. I don't care how emotional, how woke things get. No. Put your makeup on, put your lashes on. And okay, if you don't even have let's say you don't have your hair done, put on a hat. Put on a hat and some glasses, you know. And I know this is so superficial, but even, like, what happened to hair done, nails done, everything did? Like, men used to make songs about this. Nobody's talking about that no more. You know, and I know it's like people have certain things, but I mean, it depends on how much you value yourself, baby. That's it. Press-ons is $12. Press-ons been stepping up. They got the bedazzled. These is full set. I did these myself, but, you know, hello. That's gonna last you at least 2 weeks or something. Like, come on now. You can do it your own on YouTube. There's so much to do. And honestly, it's just called laziness, ladies. I'm sorry. I know they put a lot of pressure on the black woman, but I mean, oh God, I don't even want to get into that right now because that's gonna be a big Pandora's box. But no. Like, seriously, we can't let this slide. We can't. No. And yeah, what else did I have to say about that? Yeah, like, and this is what it is. If you are the type of woman that's, you know, in touch with your masculine side, like me, because I really definitely am, for me, it's about having knowledge of self, putting the work in, and looking good while you do it. That's what it is, you know? And yeah, that's my take on that. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Yeah, the industry, the unfairness industry video is coming out soon. It is 6/14. Bear with me, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm seeing the love. I'm loving the love. Thank y'all so much. And